Hello and welcome. 5 p.m. and you do this show. I do this show with a lot of interest, intent. But today's subject is somewhat disappointing. I mean, if you are a follower of sport, you will know what I'm talking about. And you kind of feel very, very upset when you read this. I mean, you have all of you, I'm sure, who are sports fans have now seen the letter which is doing the rounds on social media that cricket captains from around the world, legendary cricketers have come together and made an appeal, a human appeal for Imran Khan. You have Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev. You have Greg Chappell and the Australians and Ian Chappell. And you have a lot of Michael Atherton and a number of Englishmen. You have people from across the world, sports legends, sports captains coming together for the Pakistan captain. I will talk about Indian cricket. I will talk about the World Cup. I will talk about all of that. But before that, I mean, let me start with the show with my lead story, which is, a human appeal for Imran Khan. You have seen a lot of this letter, a lot of these cricket captains coming together, and they have now made an appeal to the government of Pakistan. They have also said that this is entirely for the cricketer Imran Khan. So there's no two ways about it. This is not about the former prime minister of Pakistan. This is not about the politician. This is about the cricketer, the legendary cricketer Imran Khan, that this appeal is being made. Now here's the interesting bit. Pakistan, not so long ago, if you think, Shahbaz Sharif had said that what they were doing was actually in the spirit of the game. They were invoking the spirit of the game. Shahbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, said that they wanted to boycott because India was bringing in politics in cricket. They wanted to do what they were doing for the spirit of the game, and he invoked the spirit multiple times in his conversation with his federal ministers. In that conversation, Shahbaz Sharif was on record saying they will do a boycott of the India game and premised it, like I said, on the spirit of the game argument. Now, Mr. Sharif, on the one hand, you invoke the spirit of cricket argument and you say that it all has to be done keeping in mind the spirit of the game. On another hand, your greatest ever cricketer, the only man to win Pakistan a 50 over World Cup, 1992. Your greatest ever cricketer is losing his eyesight, is what we know. And the world is having to come together, citing the spirit argument for, citing the spirit argument. Clearly, citing the spirit argument, this whole thing, the world has to come together. The world is requesting you to meet humanitarian treatment to Imran Khan. Isn't this hypocrisy, Mr. Sharif? Isn't this your two-facedness? You know, it is incredible that a legend like Imran Khan is subject to inhuman torture. World cricket, world sport is coming together appealing to you, to the Pakistan government, for human treatment and justice for Imran Khan. On the one hand, you have the temerity, you have the temerity to cite the cricket spirit of cricket argument, and look at your hypocrisy, look at your two-facedness, that when it comes to your own, one of your own, the greatest Pakistan cricket ambassador of all time, Imran Khan, you are not even bothered. Rather, the spirit of argument, this cricket argument, is literally thrown out of the window. This is disgusting. That's what it is. This is frankly absolutely unacceptable. And you know what? You know what, Mr. Sharif? What has disappointed me is the world cricket captains have come together, and all these Pakistan cricket legends who are proteges of Imran Khan, even Wasim Bhai, Shoaib, Wakar, Ramiz, each one, people who have played under Imran Khan. Come on, speak up. This is your time to speak up. I understand it's the political establishment of Pakistan. Some Keshav Sharma, why are you worried for him? हमारा क्या लेना देना? यार स्पोर्ट देखते हो? कुछ दिमाग में है क्या? इडियट हो क्या? 1992 स्पोर्ट देखे हो? कुछ देखे हो? वर्ल्ड स्पोर्ट देखे हो? कुछ समझ में कुछ आता है? अगर नहीं आता है तो अकल नहीं है तो छोड़ो, और अकल है, अगर अकल है तो थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाओ और प्रॉपरली बिहेव किया करो. You are talking about one of the greatest cricketers, and that's why world cricket has come together. What do you mean हमारा क्या लेना देना? आज अमेरिका में क्या क्या हो रहा है, तुम्हारा क्या लेना देना? तुम ग्लोब में आइसोलेटेड होकर रह सकते हो क्या? अब बुद्धू जैसे बात करते हो यार, दिमाग नहीं है तुम लोगों का. आज की डेट में अगर ईरान में युद्ध हो रहा है, इसराइल में वॉर हो रहा है, तो तुम इंपैक्टेड नहीं होते हो? सारा दुनिया इंपैक्टेड हो जाता है. तो क्या बेमतलब के बात करते हो? कोई मतलब नहीं बनता है इसका. इमरान खान एक लेजेंड है और वो रहेंगे. मुझे पॉलिटिशियन इमरान खान से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है उनका तरीके इंसाफ. क्रिकेट तो समझ में आता है. कैसे भूल सकता हूं इमरान खान ने क्या किया इन वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट? कम ऑन, ही विल फॉरएवर बी, फॉरएवर बी. हाँ, ही मस्ट बी एन आईपीएल T20 किड. आई ऑल्सो एग्री. वॉकिंग लाइव, वॉकिंग अलाइव. आप लोगों को समझ में नहीं है. आई मीन, आई वॉच्ड इमरान खान प्ले. I watched Imran Khan even in Calcutta. In fact, commentated. Do you know 2004-5? Imran and I commentated together for the CAB Platinum Jubilee game at the Eden Gardens. We commentated together. He and I were together at an event at St. John's College in Oxford. His college was Keble, mine was St. John's. Come on here. I mean, when I hear such nonsense, no, it just pisses me off. That how can we be insensitive? And that's why the world of cricket has come together. In fact, I would suggest world sport should come together. When things like this happened to, say, Muhammad Ali at one point in time, it was, I mean, I will never forget that Muhammad Ali's hand shaking when he fires that arrow, 1996 Atlanta, and the arrow goes like this and lights the Atlanta cauldron. These are legends of our sport, multiple sports. You don't expect. I was reading a news the other day that Inder Singh, one of the greatest footballers of India, can't see now and is confined to home. We do nothing. We do nothing. And I don't understand why former Pakistan cricketers. By the way, I met Zahir Abbas in Colombo. Zahir Bhai, Wasim, Shoaib, Wakar, Shoaib Malik, people who I know. Come on. This has nothing to do with politics. The world of cricket captains, if you read that letter, have spoken out for the cricketer in Imran Khan. Simple as that. Medical treatment, let medical treatment only happen, my friend. Nobody is saying Imran Khan has to come back. We are not even bothered. Who are we? It's Pakistan internal politics. Let the man be given the dignity. Let the man be given proper medical treatment. Let the man be taken care of. That's all. Who are we to comment about internal politics of Pakistan? We are not bothered. But Sapra, the point here is pretty simple. You must understand this. The point here is, some days back, Shehbaz Sharif premised his argument when he was talking about the boycott. He said India is bringing politics into the sport, and he said we will ensure this is a decision taken in the spirit of the game. You have to remember that the decision was premised with the spirit of the game argument. So on the one hand, spirit of the game during boycott, in trying to support Bangladesh and stand in solidarity with Bangladesh, and on the other, as far as Imran Khan, your greatest cricketer, goes, spirit of the cricket argument out of the window. This is hypocrisy of the perfect order. Absolute perfect hypocritical argument, or your two-facedness exposed. Mr. Sharif, come on. The whole cricket world has come together on this matter. Forget politics here. Forget it. The man is losing his eyesight. The man needs best quality medical treatment. The man needs medical support. Give him that. He's a human being first. That's all. That's all. You have to understand these things. Abre, look at this. Look at another idiot. Rev Sports trying to create an agenda. You absolute jerk of a human being. Have you read the letter? Have you read the letter that has been signed by the greatest cricketers of the world? It is not Rev Sports creating an agenda. And by the way, if we did, and I will. I absolutely bloody will. Do you get it? Whoever you are, you fool. The whole of world cricket has come together. And they will. Rev Sports creating an agenda. And we are not talking about Imran Khan, the politician here. I care two hoots for Imran Khan, the politician. This is about Imran Khan, the cricketer. And we are also, forget it, carry on, you idiot. Forget it, carry on. This is the problem. Ultimately, we have all been so consumed by our own jingoism, and me included. We are all being so consumed by our jingoism, by our hatred, by our hyper nationalist madness, that we have forgotten that there is something called humanity. I have absolutely nothing else to say on this except to say that we have forgotten our humanity. We've completely forgotten our humanity. अरे भाई, मेरे करने से बचेगा या नहीं बचेगा, तो मेरे लिखने से क्या होगा, मेरे घंटा करने से क्या होगा, आपका यहां लिखने से क्या फायदा होगा? कुछ नहीं होगा. आप उठाओगे आवाज तभी होगा. दैट्स व्हेन द वर्ल्ड कम्स टुगेदर. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाया कीजिए. तो हम लोग ऐसे ही कह देंगे कि हाँ, हम लोग का कोई फायदा, आप जो कर रहे हो, मैं जो कर रहा हूं, बाकी जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं उसका काम का तो कोई फायदा ही नहीं है. तो फायदा क्या है करके? अपील से बचेगा क्या? अपील से ही लोग बचते हैं. सब लोग इकट्ठा ऐसे ही होते हैं. ये कहां से आया? ये इयन चैपल और ग्रेग चैपल ने, सुनील गावस्कर, कपिल देव एक साथ होके इकट्ठा होके आए. Imran can be a politician, and he's a politician, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he's human being first. Okay? That's the fact. That doesn't take away from the fact that he's one of the greatest cricketers alive and will be. He is one of the greatest sports people of all time, and that's it. Nobody is begging Asim Munir, whoever this another jerk is, Renu Srivastav. I absolutely am pained by this disgusting, pathetic, absolutely pathetic, gutted behavior of some people. Arey, who's appealing to who? Who's begging who? Nobody. You mean to say these cricketers coming together for the cause of Imran Khan, for justice for Imran Khan, appealing for the man's good medical treatment, is bloody begging someone? Then why is Amnesty International even existing? Why are human rights organizations even existing? Come on. I mean, there is a world after all. There is a damn world after all. And you mean to say because Imran Khan is Pakistani, so hello, no problem. Prakash, can you get this idiot Renu Srivastav out of my show, please? Just get such people out of my show. Just this show is not for jerks. Get him out. Just block him. Throw him out. I hope you're there. Prakash, do the job. Coming back, I think this kind of exposes the two-facedness of Pakistan. I think it exposes the disgusting nature of the country. That on the one hand you invoke the spirit of cricket argument, on the one hand you will invoke the lofty ideals of sports and politics do not mix, and on the other, the greatest sports person of Pakistan will be subjected to lack of medical treatment. Keep him in jail for sure. Keep him in jail. But that doesn't mean you will deprive him of treatment. That doesn't mean you will deprive him of justice. That's what I wanted to say on Imran Khan. That Pakistan's two-facedness, Pakistan's hypocrisy stands very badly exposed on this matter. Now let's move to the T20 World Cup. I think another 45 minutes, 6:10 is exactly the cutoff time. And in another 45 minutes, we will know if Australia is out or not out. I think, from what I'm told, Shomik Chakraborty was reporting from Sri Lanka that some covers were being removed a little while back. We don't really know exactly when the match will start, if at all will start. If the match doesn't start, it is the end of Australia because Zimbabwe are already on 4 points. Zimbabwe, if this match is abandoned, they will get to 5 points, and that means curtains for Australia. Sri Lanka, 3 wins out of three are already through. Zimbabwe, with 5 points, will be through from this group, and Australia will pack their bags and go home. You expect better from Australia. I was alarmed at the lack of T20 talent in Australia. You have a Big Bash league. This is where the money is. This is you. I was alarmed. Yes, I understand the fact that Josh Hazelwood is injured. I understand the fact that Mitch Stark is retired, and Pat Cummins is injured and not playing this. But look at what happened yesterday. Travis Head and Mitchell Marsh, 96 runs in 12 overs. And I was thinking that, oh, yes, Australia will get to 220 and will possibly shut Sri Lanka out of the game. Thereafter, once that wicket fell, Travis Head, Cameron Green, flat as to deceive. Everybody, whether it is a Marcus Stoinis, whether it is a Josh Inglis, whether it is Glenn Maxwell, each one. Australia fell like 9 pins and were all out for 180. Last ball of the innings of the Dushmantha Chamira over, and anyone who has seen that game will know that Sanat Jayasuriya was thrilled. Sanat Jayasuriya and Sanat Jayasuriya and Lasith Malinga were absolutely over the moon when Australia was stopped for 180 runs. And thereafter, Sri Lanka came and just knocked it over. Look at the bowling. Xavier Bartlett on his legs, gone six. Nathan Ellis on his legs, gone six. Kusal Mendis and Pathum Nisanka literally toyed with the Australian bowling. And that's the question that I'm asking. That is the question that I'm asking. That is it a problem with Australia that they don't prioritize T20? Is it because they prioritize Test cricket? What is the reason? Because the lack of talent, at least in this team, is alarming. I mean, I was quite taken aback by look at the bowling strength. Xavier Bartlett, Nathan Ellis, Sean Abbott, B category bowlers. That so once Pat Cummins and Josh Hazelwood are gone, who are both in the last phase of their career, where is the talent in this Australian lineup? When I look at some of the other teams, and I've done a column, I see a Dewald Brevis in South Africa who's the next hero. I see a Pathum Nisanka in Sri Lanka who's the next hero. I see a Harry Brook in England. I see a Jacob Bethel in England. I see many in India, Vaibhav Suryavanshi and the lot. And obviously the current team. You have Abhishek Sharma. You have many in that Hardik Pandya. But when I see the Australian team, except Travis Head, I don't see another single hero or a star. Oliver Peak, possibly Amurto. And by the way, Amurto, wish you a very, very happy birthday. This point about Australian community, they don't care about Amurto says about T20. Then they're naive, boss. This is a format where the money is, and you cannot just say that, I don't care for T20. Their under 19 performance, look at it. Look at their under 19. Didn't really work out. They lost out. Look at their senior team. They've lost out. So is it the talent with white ball cricket? Is it the talent with 50 over cricket? The lack of talent? Because Australian cricket has forever done extremely well at ICC competitions, and we have come to expect a strong Australia. In fact, I was telling Shomik Chakraborty and Devashish yesterday that if Australia come to the Super 8s, the moment they come to the Super 8 and the knockout stage, they are a different ball game. That's the Australia. The moment they come to the Super 8, they are actually a different ball game. But that doesn't seem to happen this particular tournament because I think Australia is now done. Until and unless this match happens and Zimbabwe loses, Australia is now history in this particular tournament. Now that's a big, big upset. Zimbabwe does belong there. They have earned their right to belong there. If you take a look at that Zimbabwe lineup, inspirational leadership of Sikandar Raza. At one point, we were discussing this. Hamilton Masakadza was the only batter. Now, multiple different batters, three or four batters, and look at that bowling. Richard Nargava, Ryan Bull is a good spinner. Blessing Muzarabani for sure. Zimbabwe coming forward with a decent enough team after failing to qualify for the America World Cup. In fact, my suggestion is there should be a World Cup for the associate countries. Look at what Canada did today. First 100 by an associate against a top nation. Yuvraj Samra, youngest player to score 100, named after Yuvraj Singh. If you take a look, Nepal almost beating England, USA almost beating India, Netherlands almost beating Pakistan, Zimbabwe upsetting Australia, Canada scoring 170 against England, uh, Italy scoring 180, chasing 200 against the English as well. Ben Manenti and excellent 25 ball 60. I think the associate member countries in this particular World Cup has done exceedingly well. And this tells me that much like the Europa League, the second to the Champions League, you must have a World Cup for the associate member countries. And you can actually say that from here, the World Cup for the associate member countries. I know you have qualification rounds, but you can sort of make it into a World Cup and automatic qualification, much like the Olympic Games, the Asian Games, gold medalist, automatic qualification for the Olympic Games, winner of the Associate World Cup, automatic qualification for the Men's World Cup. But some of these teams have played outstanding cricket, absolutely magical cricket, and make no mistake about it. And I have to say that the pitches in this particular World Cup have been top notch. The credit to the ICC, it is not a highway. Batsmen are not coming and scoring 250 runs, and that also is getting chased down. We've not seen that. And thankfully for that, we have not seen the bowlers completely taken out of the equation. That is never good for international cricket. We have seen bowlers, if they bend their backs and do their job, they can purchase wickets, they can get wickets, they have equal say in the game. We have seen 160, 170, 108 scores, really excellent. Italy's win, for example, what brilliant improvements from associates, good cricket all round because of the pitches, because of the facilities, because of the money that goes out to these associate member countries as well. This is the best World Cup in terms of standard. This has to be the best World Cup in terms of standard, and I have got absolutely no two ways in saying that. I will start taking questions in the next 2 3 minutes. So if you have your questions, I will try and take at least for about 10 15 minutes. We'll take questions, and a lot of questions and a lot of good questions have also come in. Before that, let me give you some news updates. 5:30 p.m. India press conference in Ahmedabad. Rohit Juglan, Gargi Raut, and Shubhan Chakraborty are there. 6 o'clock India practice. You will get Gargi Raut live at 6 p.m., giving you all the updates from the India press conference. Thereafter, at the end of India's practice session in Ahmedabad, you will see Gargi, Shubhan, and Rohit go live on Rev Sports and Rev Sports Hindi, giving you all the updates from the Indian training session. The two questions that I have in mind from this particular practice and looking ahead to tomorrow: will India do two changes? What are the two changes? One, will India get in someone like Arshdeep Singh in place of Jasprit Bumrah and give Arshdeep one more game and give Bumrah rest? Bumrah is already in sync and on song. You have seen what he can do in that match against Pakistan. Arshdeep in more recent times have gone for far too many runs. Is it necessary for Arshdeep to play this Netherlands game and gain his confidence back? Is one question I'll have to be very keenly watching. Number two, I would want Washington Sundar to get a game. Washington Sundar, since that injury, has not got a game. And I think it is absolutely imperative that India keeps Washington Sundar ready as well. He needs to get a game, Washington Sundar. In whose place does Washington Sundar get a game? You have multiple options there. You can drop Kuldeep because, look, in the Super 8s, you will go with two spinners in Aksar and Varun Chakravarti. And you will use the part-timers in Tilak, Rinku or Abhishek. What with Washington Sundar, you have a genuine all-round option. Given the fact that you will not play with three spinners in the Super 8s, at least in conditions like Ahmedabad, also maybe Chepauk, also Kolkata. Kolkata you might still want. It makes every sense for Washington Sundar to be given a game so that he can be kept ready. So I would go with two changes for tomorrow's India 11. One, Washington Sundar for Kuldeep Yadav, and two, Arshdeep Singh for Jasprit Bumrah. Those are my two changes. Abhishek Sharma at the top of the order, maybe a couple of balls, maybe not, but Abhishek Sharma needs to just be there, play his game because that's the game that has given him success. Two failures doesn't mean anything. The team management will give him the go and give him the license to kill. I think Washington Sundar is underrated. Washington Sundar can be a handy bat middle of the order. You've seen that in Hobart. You have seen that in England. You've seen that multiple times in the IPL. And with his off spin, I think he's a much better bowler. Washington Sundar absolutely and absolutely should be given a game tomorrow against the Netherlands. That's my take on this particular matter. Let me take questions now. There are loads of questions. We'll try and take as many as possible. Walking Alive. Good evening, Boryada. How's life and family? God is kind. Walking Alive. Thank you very much. I've taken the first few. People forget how good Imran was 1980 to 1990. Yes, absolutely. Why what to ले लिया था मैंने? Imran Khan is legend. So these are all questions from the first part. Imran Khan, I remember last speeches, he praised Jai Shankar and Indian policies. As I said, forget about politics. Just let's talk about Imran Khan, the cricketer. Shehbaz is only speaking as per script from Asim Munir. I don't care whose script it is. Just take care of your greatest cricketer, boss. That's all. Uh, that's all. Uh, coming. All of these are Imran Khan questions because I started the show with that for the first several this thing. Why does Sarvesh Gaurav? Why does Australia not take T20 seriously? If they don't, they are doing so at their own peril because this is the future of cricket. And by the way, if you don't take T20 seriously, then what are you doing hosting the Big Bash? What are you doing with multiple such tournaments in your own backyard? I think they do. I think what the problem is in Australia is the lack of talent. I think that's becoming alarming. Australia has always had great T20 players. Think of a David Warner, think of a Mitchell Stark. You have great T20 players in the past. Unfortunately, at this point in time, except for Travis Head, to an extent Mitchell Marsh, and the injured Josh Hazelwood, I don't see a great T20 player, and that's a big problem as far as I'm concerned. Shoptoshi Chatterjee, Pakistan fans were singing Jana Gana Mana, hugging an Indian fan, not the Aam Aadmi, always the effing bureaucrats. Can't agree more. From Dubai, after India win, we all enjoyed. All India celebrates food, hotels, pubs. Thanks for the assumptions. Who was that? Shubhrajyoti Mitro. Omarto, I don't care about Pakistan as a cricket fan. This positive step. Absolutely, Omarto, no debate. Imran still remains a hero to many. Of course, he does. Australians actually cared about T20. That's the question we were debating. Josh and Pat will be playing IPL in 3 weeks. Mitch as well. Of course they will. That's where the money is. $2 million doesn't come for anything. $4 million, $3 million. That's the kind of money you're talking about. That's big money for one season. Absolutely big money. Hindi channel not doing show. They will do from the Indian practice. They yesterday, they traveled to Bangalore, and today morning they traveled from Bangalore to Ahmedabad. They reached around 10. They asked me if they could rest up for a bit till about 3-4. Now they're at the ground. They will be all at the Indian press conference. Then they will go live, and they will obviously do a live show after practice as well. Rahul Jaiswal, make no mistake, they will. So I can tell you that yesterday they were in transit, and they reached. I mean, they actually had a very bad layover in Bangalore. Their flight got cancelled and Indigo rebooked them. So they were in Bangalore and then reached Ahmedabad today morning. And I actually asked all of them, Rohit, Shubha, and Gargi, to take a bit of rest. Big worry for KKR. In what sense? Big worry for KKR because Harshit is also not there, or rather at this point in time recuperating. So in that sense, yes, absolutely. Burya Dada, all the legends stand up with right cause, humanity first, 100%. 100%. Australia, the whole team surrendered. Amar, you're right. কেকেআরের খেলা শেষ কি যে হবে এখন কেকেআরের কথা ভাবিনি আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি আই থিঙ্ক এন্ড টেল ইউ which association nation has impressed you the most? You mean associate nation? Multiple teams have done well. I was impressed with Italy. I was impressed with the all of them. Yeah, I mean they've had their moments. The US had their moments. Italy had their moments. The Dutch almost had their moment against Pakistan. The US had their moment against India. I think this has been one of the best World Cups, pitch wise, competition wise, associate countries wise. I absolutely think this has been one of the best World Cups. Aussies going the Windies way, players prioritizing franchise cricket. How? Where? If they were prioritizing this format, at least play the international tournament well. I mean, West Indies way, if you ignore your national duty, no, because Australia is still the world test champions. Australia is still the 50 over champions 2023. You might say Champions Trophy was India, but 2023 was Australia. World test champions are Australia, and commandingly so. It's not going the Indian way that only franchise cricket is relevant. So that's not the exact argument here. Foolish team selection, dropping Renshaw for tomorrow. I thought the Renshaw played well. In fact, I kind of agree that Renshaw should have played, because then that collapse could have been avoided. Had they got to 200 plus, it would have been a different category. Bowling is club category. I agree. I absolutely agree, Maverick. Batters like Maxi and Stoinis are done. Both of them have done fantastically well in the past, but I tend to agree that both are past their best. Oliver Peak is a good talent. I yes, from what I've seen, that 100 against England when they were chasing 277 in the under 19 World Cup, I do think he's a good talent. Should be talking on Maxwell as well. Where is the enthusiasm? I absolutely take this. Maxwell comes and listless and indifferent when he got out. Also, that catch, one good straight and then one inside out over extra. That's all. Other than that, and there was one opportunity where the ball literally brushed off the pad or the bat, and then Josh Inglis missed it and it went for four. Maxwell was bewildered. Other than that, what is Maxwell's real contribution? They built their side for Indian pitches. That's why, says Walking Alive. At least the bowlers had pace and intimidation. Bartlett bowled sweet 125. I agree. And he was bowling on Pathum Nisanka's legs, and the ball went tong, gone, six. The Australian model is the best. They prioritize Test cricket and ODI. They've start a strong back for both of this format. They care less about T20. They want to one. They want to one WC, and they got that. No, I think it's a wrong call. You cannot ignore this format at all. I think if there's any format that has lost relevance to a degree, it's bilateral T20, Test match cricket, bilateral ODIs, Test match cricket, and T20 cricket is the future. So if you're not taking this particular format seriously, then you're making a bloody blunder. Simple as that. Italy is magical. What improvement Satoshi Chatterjee 100% was, and they're going back after winning a match. Pavan Suresh is 200% right when he says this is the best World Cup. Maverick, yes, these pitches test skills equally in all departments, and that's nice to see. Very, very fair point. Actual World Cup, says Walking Alive, and again a very important point. Shubhrojyoti Mitro from Dubai, I have taken that. Omarto, Shayan Ganguly, who next after Cummins, Hazelwood, and Stark? That's the big question, Shayan. I don't see that kind of talent. And even in Test match cricket, where these people walk away, the Sean Abbotts of the world, the Bartletts of the world, and Nathan Ellis, you had a Jai Richardson. Can these people take their place? I really doubt it. This transition will be very, very difficult for Australian cricket to come to terms with. This transition is going to be very difficult, for sure. Do you think flat pitches in India have helped our T20 batting psychologically? Have they? Look, our batters have exceptional skill. Even in Sri Lanka, in that wicket, which was difficult to bat on, we managed to score 175 or 76. We course corrected against the US with Surya Kumar Yadav and managed to get 160. Our batters are Australia are officially out. Australia are officially out of the T20 World Cup, and that's the big news. Australia, the most successful team in ICC World Cup history, not in the T20 format, one win, but overall in ICC World Cup plus ICC tournament history, including World Test Championships, are officially out of this World Cup. So the Chennai contest on the 26th is now India versus Zimbabwe and not India v Australia. It's India, South Africa, possibly in Ahmedabad. India versus Australia is now gone. India versus Zimbabwe will be at Chennai and Chepauk. And on the 1st of March in Kolkata, it will possibly be India versus the West Indies. Australia, the huge Australians, the mighty Australians, many said was their team to beat, are officially out of the T20 World Cup. The game got rained out between Zimbabwe and Ireland, and that's the final nail in the Australian coffin. They are now done with in this T20 World Cup, is the news. India prepared good pitches for World Cup. Why they had two bilateral series on a highway. These are ICC pitches, Debraj, and you are very right in asking this question. Why was it that we did not prepare wickets like this and took the bowlers out of the equation? I totally agree with you that Debraj Bose says 1810 that these are the kind of wickets you want to see cricket played on. You want to see the bowler playing a part. You want to see the bowler staying relevant. And as we said, Australia are formally out of the World Cup. That's the update. Australia are formally out of the World Cup. You got to say that they brought it on themselves. Uh, Back of their win against Ireland, Australia and Ireland match is abandoned. Australia bowed out of the World Cup. This is quite big, and they have themselves to blame. They were pedestrian, they were lackluster, they were poor against Zimbabwe. 170 wasn't chased down. 146 is what Australia got, and secondly, against Sri Lanka, 180 is what Australia got, and Sri Lanka chased it down with consummate ease. Australia going home. Boryasa, Rupan Guhon Yogi. Bumrah did not rest for single game in T20 World Cup 24. Already missed one game due to fever. Not bilateral, no rest. I think you got a point. I was just saying Arshdeep because you want Arshdeep to be also in full flow come the Super 8, so you give him a game. But I buy your point, then Arshdeep can come back for Kuldeep again. That Kuldeep was a bit of a Pakistan champion. You got him back when horses for courses, but now get Arshdeep back because Arshdeep will be part of your schema come the 22nd in Ahmedabad for the Super 8 against South Africa. So Arshdeep is very, very much part of that scheme. So give him a game. If that means leaving out Kuldeep Yadav after one game, so be it. Gautam Bhatia, can England turn it around? Of course they can. Bethel and Brook remain the key, but they've got a good side. And Adil Rashid, excellent bowler, excellent bowler. Some of the England stars are superb players, absolutely superb players. For Harry Brook and Sam Curran as well is an extremely handy T20 player. Can England turn it around? Of course they can. Now, whose question was it? Gautam Bhatia, 8565. That was the question that Gautam Bhatia had asked. Uh, and Bengal, oh yes, I mean, Ranji Trophy tomorrow. Gigi Corner news, true? Haven't heard. Bengal in the Ranji Trophy, Jammu and Kashmir looks for the final. Another 60 odd runs, 55 runs is all they need tomorrow. 55 runs is all Jammu and Kashmir need tomorrow after Bengal collapsed for 99 in their second innings. Zakib Nabi beautifully bowled, and Bengal absolutely reckless batting. If you take a look at some of the shots, Shumanto Gupta holds out to when you come in after tea. That's not the way to bat. That cannot be the way to bat. You make that shot, it goes there. Akashdeep comes first ball, gets holed out there. It was reckless batting from Bengal, pretty poor shot making, pretty poor shot selection. As a result, 99 all out Bengal. Mohammad Shami's 8 for in the first innings, perhaps not getting rewarded. Akashdeep picked two early wickets, but thereafter Jammu and Kashmir steady, absolutely steady. It could well be a Karnataka versus Jammu and Kashmir final. If this is how it goes, Bengal will need 2-3 wickets in the first half an hour of play, and only if that happens will they come into business. Absolutely, will they come into business. Uh, I badly want to see Gigi as our coach till 2027 World Cup. Unreal hate on Gigi. He doesn't care. He and I had a chat in Sri Lanka. By the way, Gautam Gambhir is coming to the Trailblazers conclave in March. Gautam Gambhir will be part of the Trailblazers conclave, and I can tell you that. We have already put out the hoarding and the banner and everything, and we will start our publicity very, very soon. Newspaper advertisements have already started. So Gautam Gambhir very much there in Kolkata on the 16th of March at 12 noon as part of the Trailblazers conclave. We'll ask him every possible question. Every possible question, make no mistake. Abhishek Porel is injured. That is why Abhishek Porel is out, and Habib Shakir Gandhi is no match for Abhishek Porel. I mean, the way Habib Shakir Gandhi got bowled today, he was not out at T77 for 6. Some moment Bengal comes out to bat 78 for 7. Habib Gandhi did not even understand the way the ball came in, bowled round the wicket, bowled. So that's where it is. Plenty of sports news to talk about. In 20 minutes from now, Gargi Raut will be live with the press conference updates from the India press conference against the Netherlands in Ahmedabad, and thereafter, after India's practice, which will be around what 8:30, 9 o'clock. Once again, Gargi Raut will be live possibly with Rohit Juglan or Shubhayan Chakraborty from Ahmedabad. For the moment, that's all I have. I will keep coming back. Huge sports action going on. Thank you very much for watching.